What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Taking A Rizk with George. I'm back at my favorite machine after a little break. Wasn't doing too hot, feeling much better now. I think my body just went through one of those 24 to 48 hour cleanses. I did take 2 COVID tests. I'm already up. I should probably just stop while I'm ahead. I always say that, but I never do it. So we're not going to start now. And I took a rapid test and I took one of the longer ones, which, I mean, it's still technically rapid. It only took a few hours, but I didn't get an instant result. So I guess doesn't make it rapid. I don't know. I don't really care about it. Both came back negative. I knew it wasn't COVID. Jackson did test positive, but we're not sure that his test came back accurate, because besides for a slight fever, and when I say slight fever, like normal temperature is like 98.6, and I'm sure somebody's going to argue with me about that. His temperature was like 100.1. Like it never got above 101. It never even got close to 101. I think the highest we saw it was 100.7. So his temperature was just slightly elevated, not concerning elevated. Mine was concerning elevated. My temperature, I think the highest that I saw, but we're not sure if the thermometer that I had was accurate at the time of usage. It got up to 105. But like I said, we're not 100% sure if that was 100% accurate. I did take it multiple times and it was fluctuating between like 103 and 105. So, I mean, 2 degrees is relatively huge when it comes to temperature. So, having a thermometer that could be that inaccurate is kind of dangerous. But besides for the first day was obviously the worst, which technically it wasn't. It was technically the second day. And when I say day, I mean just, you know, after night, after midnight. Oh, that would be wonderful. That would be so wonderful to come back to a nice quick jackpot. But no, I think it had to do with something that I ate, because there was food that I ate on Thursday night that made me feel terrible. And we all fell asleep relatively early that night. And I just remembered that while I crashed on the couch, like most dads tend to do. You know, the kids wear me out, and we just had dinner, a nice heavy pasta dinner. We'd had some delicious pasta carbonara, and everybody was feeling it. We were all sluggish, and I chowed down on it. I had a big old bowl all to myself, and I was probably done within the first like 5 minutes. I destroyed that bowl. And I kind of thought that maybe that's why. Now, we did get it from a restaurant, and I probably should call and check to see if they're not having issues with some of the food that they have, just in case. You know how these places go, especially with spinach. It's always the spinach. Subway was having so many issues for so many years with their spinach and their lettuce. I stopped eating Subway for a long time because Subway did make me sick. I got food poisoning one year from Subway, and I haven't had Subway in probably like 4 years. And I used to love Subway, which is funny because growing up I absolutely hated it. Thought it was absolutely ridiculous. As a little kid I was like, why would I want a sandwich for food? That's how spoiled I was. I had no food to ever eat, but I was like, I'm not eating a sandwich. You kidding me? I'm better than this. I just don't know what it was. I think it was the green peppers. I never liked green peppers growing up. And I thought people putting them on sandwiches was absolutely atrocious. This is what a 5, 6, 7-year-old thought. Now I absolutely love it. I love green peppers. I love putting them on my Subway sandwiches when I do go and get it, which hasn't been for several years, as I just mentioned. But I loved their Italian BMT, and then I switched over to the spicy Italian. It's the same thing, except without the ham. Found out that I like it better that way. But back to what I was saying, it's always the spinach. So I probably should call and make sure they're not having some type of issue nationwide. Maybe I'll get in on a class action lawsuit. You never know. But I am feeling much better. I didn't have any stomach issues. I felt like I was going to throw up, but I did not. I was able to convince myself not to, which is all about that mind over matter that I like to practice. As long as my mind is over it, it doesn't matter. But I was actually in bed all of Saturday. So Friday, was pretty bad. That's what I would consider day 1, technically. Thursday's when it started. I think after eating that food, I just felt terrible on the inside. That led me into Friday, where it started to build up, started getting into my system, and then Saturday it knocked me out. I was bedridden literally all day. Could not get out of bed. I had chills, the sweats, the chills, everything. I tried taking a bath. That was the only time I got out of the bed, was to try and take a nice hot bath. And it made me feel good for all of 10 seconds. And then the water became freezing, even though it wasn't. It just felt like it was. So I drained it, put in scalding hot water, and that felt good for all of 10 seconds till the water became boiling. I was going in between just sweats and the chills, and it was crazy. And the migraine, oh my goodness, the migraine. It's terrible. Terrible. Awful. I could not go live. Sorry, I apologize to everybody who was expecting me to go live. I just couldn't do it. Unless you guys wanted me to go live from my bed, which I'm sure several of you probably would have enjoyed that. I would not have. I'm sure I had all kinds of weird stuff coming out of my body. I was not as bad as George and Jeremy, of course. I wasn't having the odd farts. I don't think so. I don't remember. I'm sure I was, actually. Now that I think about it, I'm sure I was. I'm sure there was boogers streaming down my face. The honey did an excellent job of taking care of me and the family. Not so much the house, but everything else was great. She did such a wonderful job caring for me. I appreciate it. Love you, honey. Now it's my turn. Because she woke up this morning not feeling very well. But she's a trooper. She's toughing it out. I gave her some medicine this morning, patted her on the head, and told her I'll be right back. I'm just kidding, folks. You know I'm just kidding. No, I ran her a hot bath. And that made her feel better. This is gonna make... Well, now I can't tell her. Son of a gun. But, oh man, does that make me feel better. And I just noticed that all the jackpots on the right side are lower. But the right is right, folks. I cannot deny the right is right. And that is absolutely awesome. Incredible. Haha. So glad to be back, Diamonds and Roses. I'm glad you missed me. Thank you. Thank you, Diamonds and Roses. What are we up to? 264. Cha-ching. 264.66. I like to, oh man, you guys have been yelling for the last almost 8 minutes now. I bet people have been yelling. That kind of goes against my gotta change it to cash to get lucky. Keep going. Cushion for the button pushing. Love it. I really was feeling bad. I wish I could have gone live. I watched a little bit of George and Jeremy's live, especially towards the end. And oh man, was I just feeling crummy. I was like in such a state of delusion. I think that happens when you, like almost delirium. I think that's the term. Where you're like hot and cold at the same time and your brain just doesn't know what to do. It's almost like putting itself into shock. And you start to, they weren't necessarily hallucinations. Hallucinations. The nation of halluc. Yeah, that's what it is. But it was more or less I was like awake and dreaming. And it wasn't daydreaming. They were definitely dreams that I was awake for. Super strange feeling. I just remember I was like, I'd consider it to be sleep talking, but I was awake. But I was seeing these dreams while I was awake, like in my head. I wasn't seeing them in real life. And this was like, it wasn't in the middle of the night, but it was like almost bedtime when that stuff was happening. But I'd already been in bed all day. It was nighttime. And I just remember the honey coming in. She's like, "Are you saying something?" And I was like, "Yes." I was like, I'm fighting them. I wish she would have recorded me. I don't know why she didn't. I think she was more worried and wasn't really thinking that way. But I wish she would have recorded me because the stuff I think I was saying sounded hilarious. Because I remember her laughing several times while I'm in this horrible pain and just feeling like crap. And she's laughing at the things that I'm saying. And I remember I was like squealing like and she probably asked me like 50 times, "Are you sure you're okay?" Do you want to go to the hospital? I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just fighting. I'm killing them all. And so I think in my mind, I was literally fighting the germs. They were bad guys. I was fighting the virus or whatever it was, whatever that was bugging me. The bug was in my state of delirium nation. I was fighting the viruses. I was Osmosis Jones for a minute, hunting down viruses to kill, bacteria to kill, stopping the bad juju from spreading across the nation of George. VloGG was there. I think a lot of you will be happy to know VloGG was there. He was my sidekick. And he just sat in the sidecar the whole time, just saying things like, "Oh, you better shoot that one. He's next. Oh, look out behind you. He's coming." So he didn't do much, because he was always like a step or two behind me. I mean, he tried his best. But I'm learning that he's not the best sidekick. He'll hear this later on. He watches my videos sometimes. I mean, he's forced to watch them while I'm editing them, so... But Gigi, I still love you, buddy. We'll work on your skills, bud. But I am feeling much better. Appreciate all the concern and love, of course. Thank you all so much for those that reached out to me. Hopefully they'll be getting back into the full swing of things. Getting everybody's packages out. Gotta sanitize everything. So what I'll be doing later on is just cleaning and sanitizing, making sure these germs don't spread. Whatever it was, pretty sure it was just the stomach bug. We have an at-home rapid test, which is pretty cool. I mentioned it before because she gets them from work. And I took several of those, and every single one was negative. So when I said I took 2 tests, I took 2 different types of tests. But I took the rapid one. She gets a bunch of them. And they don't even require her to take them anymore, which is kind of weird. But she was supposed to turn one in weekly, and they stopped accepting them, or just didn't ask for them anymore. So we take them now. We use them. It's pretty cool. And you do it just the same way they do at the, if you go to one of those little drive-by things, they stick the plunger in your nose, scoop out some of your brains, and then you just put it on this, this like index card that folds over, and then there's a little hole where the Q-tip sticks out a little bit, and you put a couple of drips of this solution on there, and then you watch it run towards the indicator. Once it hits the indicator will change a certain color, or it'll produce a certain shape. I think both. And depending on that, you get your result. And we've only had one of those ever come back positive, and that was a long time ago for Evelyn. And those kids are real tough, I gotta say. I don't think we've had a sickness, as far as COVID-wise, that actually put them out of commission for a while. So like I said, Jackson didn't even seem different. He's still acting normal. Besides for that slight little elevation in his temperature, he was acting completely normal. Still running around, still acting wild. Full of life, full of energy. Still hungry, still thirsty. Nothing was stopping him. Me, on the other hand, the only thing I was doing was drinking juice. She did make me chicken broth soup, which is, I love chicken broth. I love it when I'm sick. It's so good. Oh man, come on! Oh man. She tried to make it like me, and she ended up putting an entire half of a lemon in like a 4-ounce cup of chicken broth, and she kept looking at my face and she was like, "Is there something wrong with it?" And I you know, I had that like bitter, just sucked on a lemon look on my face, and I kept telling her, "No, it's fine." Not that it's not that I didn't want to hurt her feelings, it's just I love lemons, but it was not the best. It literally tastes like I was drinking chicken lemonade. And she kept asking me, "Is it okay?" I'm saying, "Yeah, it's fine. I'm glad I'm putting some type of nutrition in my body. You know, besides for cranberry mango juice," which probably wasn't the best idea. But she then tried a little bit, and she puckered her face, and she was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "What?" She was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" It's like, "'Cause it tastes fine. I don't mind." At that point, I did care about her feelings. I did not end up drinking any more of it. She didn't make me any more either, now that I think about it. But got up this morning, didn't jump out of bed. I haven't jumped out of bed in like 15 years. No, that's not true. Sometimes we sleep in a little bit and we miss Jackson's bus. There's some diamonds and roses. Nice, lucky me. Woo! Hey, 1620. It's not 30 this time. And so the bus driver would come and she'd honk. So that I'd jump out of bed at that point. I gotta run downstairs, tell her sorry. We're gonna get him dressed. Now Jackson usually wakes up before anybody, which is crazy because he knows to be quiet. Because if he's quiet, he might not have to go to school. He's so cheeky. No, buddy, you gotta go to school. But of course now he has a couple of days off because he did test positive. So they're down to 5 days now, which I don't know what that means, why that number is significant now. But it's not 14 days, which is awesome. Although I do love having him home from school. It's fun having him around. We get into mischief. I've got him into watching old cartoons that I used to watch, which is pretty cool because I'm getting to relive that again through him. And just the fact that he's loving them just as much as I did is awesome. But he's even going farther than that. He's watching shows that I never watched. He's watching like Popeye and like just those old school cartoons that I never watched. And he loves them. He loves them too. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, oh, these are kind of weird. Definitely a different time. That's for sure. But I used to love Tom and Jerry, Woody Woodpecker, stuff like that. He's liking too. Oh man, 1 penny away. I would have definitely stopped. That would have been a great number to stop at. $222.22. Oh, right back to it. Come on, pennies. Oh, even if I hit the 50, I'm still going to have 7. Man. Oh, there's a nice win. I don't think we're going to get to it. Not that we want to. It's not going to happen. Unless I would have got 7 cents right there. That would have been cool. Come on, baby. Big whammy, big whammy. Or sorry, big money, big money. No whammy. What are you talking about? Maybe I'm still in a state of delirium. That's the big one. That's the side we need. Oh, whoa! Why did that take so long? Holy moly. I will definitely take it. I'm definitely feeling better. That is incredible. All right. I am definitely feeling much better. I still feel like I have a headache, though. But it's like I chugged a bunch of Advil. I want to say chugged, it took like 4 or 5. That's my go-to. Love that Advil. I only take the liquid gels. Tylenol has never worked for me. At least not as far as I can remember. Tylenol has never worked for me. Advil is the only one because Advil has an anti-inflammatory as well, which helps me out a lot because of my lung. So the anti-inflammatory, I think, helps me all around, which I like. I like it a lot. Come on, baby. Big money, big money. I asked for a whammy and you gave me big money, so maybe I should keep asking for whammies. Come on, big whammy, big whammy. Take me home to Mammy. While laying around yesterday, I did end up making it downstairs at some point to hang out with the family for just a little bit. I wasn't nervous about spreading what I had because it didn't feel like I was contagious. It literally felt like just one of those quick 24, 48 hour, not a flu necessarily. There's no way. Big whammy. Oh man. So when we sat down and I love watching like nature documentaries, and they do too. And we watched this new one. I can't even remember what it was called. I was like in and out. But I do remember seeing this one part with this shark that I've never seen before on any nature documentary. And it was called like the epaulet shark. And this shark can actually come on land. I shouldn't say come on land. It can go on land, like in the shallows, like where the water and the tide changes in those shallowish areas. It doesn't like come onto the beach, I don't think. And it can actually hunt on land. Now this shark can actually walk. It can use its fins and flippers to move itself on land, and it survives. It doesn't have to breathe so much. This is one tactic that it's evolved into, and it survives by shutting off parts of its brain so it doesn't need as much oxygen, which I'm positive humans have already evolved in that, because there's several people that I know seem like they shut off parts of their brains every day and they function perfectly fine. So I'm pretty sure they're not the only creatures to be able to do that. But it was such an amazing thing to see this little shark just crawling around through these tide pools, pretty much hunting these little tiny fish. That's what it eats. It's little tiny fish, because it's a little shark. I don't think it was bigger than a foot. Not your foot, like a 12 inches, a foot. It was just super cool. I had to mention that. It's one of the coolest things I think I've seen in a very long time. Those shows just constantly blow me away. Like, they're always finding something cool and something new to show me, and I love learning about it. I love learning about wildlife and the world around us that you'll probably never get to experience in real life, unless you're extremely fortunate. But one of these days, I'm going to have to take over for Sir David Attenborough. So hopefully somebody can pass on my video to him so he can hear. Hopefully he doesn't get upset, disappointed. I don't sound like that. I can just hear him now. Who is this imbecile? I don't sound like that. That would be super cool if he actually took one of my videos and narrated it and like completely made fun of me. That would be absolutely epic. I would absolutely enjoy that. That would be the perfect place in life. You know what I mean? Like, that's a milestone. This is a milestone. Are you serious? Come on now. No way. Don't take... I should have asked for a big whammy. Dang it. I forgot to ask for a big whammy. Come on, baby. I see those. That silver is looking quite nice. Of course, the golds are still looking good, and those platinums looking nice. Everything is actually up. Up, 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 from what I remember. Volume's up, cash is hitting the spin rebet. Come on, baby. Oh, we're dropped under 400. Alright, right back over. Are we at 400? 423. It's a strange number. Come on, baby. That's cool with the 2x2s. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So keep it going, keep it rolling. Come on, baby. Big money, big money. No whammies, no whammies. Wish I was in my pajamas. Actually, no, I'm actually quite tired of being in my pajamas. I'm glad to be out and about. Always feels good to get some fresh air. Come on, I got all that cushion for this button pushing. Come on, big money, big money. I feel bad, though, because I haven't been able to cook dinner in a few days. And, gotta get back into that, because we did eat out, and I think that's what caused me to get sick. Which, I don't have a problem with eating out. I like cooking myself. I think it's better. Not cooking myself, I like cooking for myself and my family. I've never actually cooked myself. It'd be weird if I did. But we literally just went shopping the other day too, so we bought a bunch of food, and now it's just all sitting in the fridge just waiting. And I had a whole bunch, I had like the whole week of recipes planned, and I haven't gotten to a single one. So I'll definitely have to get back into that. Holy moly! Whoa! Come on, I need some music. What is going on? Shouldn't there have been like a big music thing? What is going on here? That is insane. That's not the biggest it could have been, I think. That's what she said. But I think if those were diamonds and roses, that would have been way bigger because the diamonds and roses are $750 for a win. So that would have been $75 for that one, and then another $15. Wow, that would have been a $90 win. That would have been epic. That's a small jackpot. I like the small jackpots. I don't know. They get me more excited. I don't know. Stop hassling me. That was pretty cool, though. See, that little win right there almost felt just as big as that win. How weird. It's very weird. But that one did not. That one felt like a normal win. Ooh, this button's getting a little rusty, I feel like. Oh, I didn't mean to double tap it. Oh, I'm not hitting it too hard. Somebody's definitely hitting it too hard. That's for sure. Fellas, be gentle when you hit it. Or ladies. I'm sure there's ladies that play this too. There's a nice win. Oh, does it not go up? Oh, it does not go up. What? Oh, I gotta be careful with this button now. Uh-oh, I hope I don't have to tell somebody. I don't want them to put my machine out of commission. Oh, Jesus. Alright, there we go. Oh, don't start doing it to me, diamonds and roses. Don't start. Don't start taking it all back. Hope I didn't hurt your button. Oh man, I hurt his button. I broke his butt in. Alright, there we go. Thank goodness. Whew. I was getting nervous for a second that I wasn't going to win anymore. Alright, getting bigger. How about some free games? I haven't gotten any free games today. I'd like a taste of them free games if you don't mind. See if I can't get 50 free spins. There's a nice little win. Change it up. Let's do some hundreds. Or $1 spins. Ooh, I don't like the way that 40 looks. Ooh, that looks so strange. Let's go back to... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit the 150. See, this is why we don't like to change things up. No, I did it again. I didn't mean to do that. I really didn't. Alright, back to 150. There we go. Not gonna fool me a third time. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me again. Fool me another time. I think that's what he said. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. If not, I'm sure what he said was a lot worse. Why are you doing this to me, diamonds and roses? You're making me nervous, diamonds and roses. I see that it was there. They were all there. It's not in the right order. Let's go up. No. Okay then. May or may not have hit my limit. It's not going to get the times 10? Wow. Wow. Oh, I have to do it. Oh no, they ruined it. Of course. They couldn't let me have an even number. They just couldn't let me have an even number. Nice. Don't get to times 3. Diamonds and Roses is just sucking the money back. I know we've talked about this give and take, Diamonds and Roses. You did give a lot. You're doing your best to just take it all back. That's a lot of wins right there. The 10s, the 9s, the 9s. I need a drink. I'm still feeling the effects of the hot and cold. And I haven't found out what drink makes me feel the best so far. I've tried tea. I've tried ginger ale. Whoa, ho, ho! There's a nice big win. $30.06. Those nines. Thanks, nines. Appreciate you throwing it off. Nice, back up over 400, but we're gonna instantly be under 400 this next spin. Oh man! I've tried like Canada Dry. I've tried Sprite. I haven't tried Gatorade yet. I used to like Gatorade a lot when I was sick, growing up. But the tea didn't make me feel good. Ginger ale didn't make me feel good. Water does not make me feel good. And when I say good, I mean like nourished, like full. Like I actually drank something that was good for me. Which I don't understand why that's happening. It's quite concerning. I haven't tried coffee. I've never drank coffee, I think, when I was sick. Ever. It just doesn't sound like a good idea to me. It's like drinking milk when you're sick. It just doesn't sound like a good idea. I'm lactose intolerant anyway, so that's never a good idea. See, I'm lactose intolerant, but I still do enjoy cheese. You know what? Maybe that explains all my stomach issues. That's gotta be it. Way to go, Sherlock George. You figured it out. You're lactose intolerant, but you eat cheese daily. I can't cut out my cheese. I like cheese. I like it too much. If you have any suggestions on what types of drinks to try when you're sick that should make you feel goodish, well, of course I've tried juice as well. Please put it in the comment section below. I'd love to know. Big money, no whammy. There we go. There we go. There's the big money. Oh, $398.88. Such a weird number that I like. So we're going to end it right there, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I gotta go check on the family, make sure they're doing alright. Probably start making dinner. If you enjoyed the video and this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up this video. Go through all my videos, give them thumbs up as well. It really does help the channel. In the comment section below, let me know what you'd like to drink when you are not feeling good or under the weather. And I'll see you in the next one, folks. Thanks for joining me on today's episode.